Everyday Superpower, where we talk body language, relationships, game, everything in between. I got one for game, one for attraction. This is going to be some food for thought. Might personally delve into a few. Yeah, you know what? I could delve into a few personal tales on this to spruce it up a little bit. Might be a tough pill to swallow for some. Not at first glance, but through actually applying what I'm going to speak to, because the spirit of envy resides in the human animal, especially the men. So sometimes it's hard to take them lenses off and see things as they are and accept things as they are and learn from that. But that's the key, because most people don't want to do that. And when you do what most people don't want to do, you become superhuman in your perception and in your intelligence, at least in your, emotional intelligence and your, applicable knowledge. This is all about communication, so it's all applicable. It's not fancy pseudo nonsense. We're talking about attraction here, and let me read the note I've put down. Yeah, I've put down, and this should be something for all to think about. You're all gonna have your own special stories when it comes to this. There's no chance you won't, unless you're a hermit who lives in the woods and you've lived there your entire life, away from human. I've written, understand attraction or repulsion via people who get women, and listen to those who don't, regardless. So what I mean is, that's just me quickly popping something in my notepad. It might not be coherent as far as the Queen's English is concerned. What I mean to say is, learn about attraction and repulsion through your own assessment and observations of the people around you, preferably people who are actually around you, not like television and media personalities and stuff, although, you can live and learn off of everyone, but the people around you, your friendship groups, your workforce, third parties who you hear through the women you engage with. Learn about attraction through their communications with women before your own. And I say the spirit of envy prior to delving into this, because when it comes to men who are good with women, it's easy to brush it off and say, oh, it's because of this. It's because he's got money. Oh, it's because he lies to them. Oh, it's because, he's got a well-off family. Oh, it's because they just want to get to this person, and so on and so forth, right? Hey, I'm not going to disagree with you, right? We're going to do another video based on that, but I'm not going to disagree with you that there's going to be a particular reason or reasons why these women are interested in these men, but it's important for you to understand that's just the way it is, yeah? When women are interested in you, it's going to be for a particular reason or particular reasons, right? Other men who don't have what you have might look at you and say, oh, it's only because, he's skinny. Oh, it's only because he's got tattoos. Oh, it's only because he is successful. Oh, it's only because he's the manager. Oh, it's only because he's making money. Oh, it's only because of the watch on his wrist. Oh, it's only because of this and that. Everyone will make excuses to pillow the hurt of their ego. But it's okay if they're with you for your money. It's okay if they're with you for this and that. Yeah, you have to play it off well. You have to be intelligent to navigate your relationship if it is for one particular purpose or whichever. You need to be understanding and not naive, because you'll be used and abused for what they want to mine out of you, and then they will leave you once your resource is dry. Yeah, we see that all the time. But look at it, understand it, and be okay with it, all right? Especially because I've been in groups of people, right? And there's been beautiful women. And women in particular I've been interested in. And they've been less so interested in me because they're interested in the next guy who has got something they want, right? Understand this is the game. Understand, right? You could be Drake, right? And some women are going to turn you down, right? Oh, no. Who would turn out Drake? Bruh, you don't know because you're not a woman. But be realistic. Drake might remind a woman of their abusive father when they were young, and so on and so forth, right? I'm psychologically triggered outside of my own conscious awareness to not be attracted to this person. In fact, I'm repulsed by this person, and the money doesn't turn that off, the status doesn't turn that off. It is what it is, right? The inner child in me, which is the most powerful force, is having me move away from this character. Okay? This is reality. This is realism. This is biological, psychological reality and norm. Yeah, it exists within each and every one of us. Okay. You're not going to be accepted by everyone, but some people are going to accept and pull a particular kind of person. And that particular kind of person might be someone you're interested in, right? So women who look good, they might not have much going on upstairs, you know, they might not be the most intelligent people, but they've not needed that because they've relied on their good looks to get them by. And they might be interested generally in a particular sort of person who you're not, but your friend might be that person. So you can look at the way these two entities, these two archetypes cooperate and see it for what it is, understand it for what it is, and you will see this pattern emerge through the same criteria of people inside your life over and over again. It is what it is. Now, as a secondary note, I said pay attention to those who don't get women, who aren't very successful with women. And this might be easier to work out, you know. There might be a glaring fault in this individual which showcases why they don't attract the opposite sex, but it's fascinating and interesting to maybe dig a little bit deeper and understand why, you know. Oh, that person's broke as a joke. But he has no problem talking to women. He has no problem dating women momentarily, but they don't seem to hang around. So each and everyone might go through a particular pattern and routine with women, and it always ends out the same way. And hey, this is your relationships as well, right? You will have a particular type, or you will act in a particular manner. You will find yourself going through the motions, even though it comes to an end for a particular reason, or you disagree over something, or something happens to you. Hey, you might get cheated on or something, and you find out, wow, it continues happening. Or in the past, it happened on cycle until I changed this, or I learnt this, and I applied myself in this manner. Maybe I became a little more pessimistic, and so kept a little more distance what I used to do, and I found them problems, you know, disappeared. I might have manifested other problems in different spaces within our relationships and communications, but, you know, at least it stopped that issue, right? So look at the people around you who don't get women, right? And it's fascinating. So I'll give a couple of things, a couple of stories. I go against the grain when it comes to body game. I say, you know, big muscles aren't that important, which I wholeheartedly believe in, because a lot of people who amount nothing to society and are no one have got big muscles because they spend all their time in the gym. They've got all the time in the world to go into the gym, and they're so insecure about what they lack that they feel that if they go to the gym and become the Hulk, it's going to change anything, and they soon find out it doesn't. I know a man who gets good attention from the women, yeah? He's got big muscles. They talk about his muscles, right? Oh, what's it they say? And this is some insider game as well. This is why you need to, you know, essentially be friend zoned with women from time to time when you can do, so you can engage in this depth of conversation with them. Oh, imagine he'll just be able to pick me up and do this and that in the bedroom, right? But you have to think, they've not just looked at this guy's physique and thought about them being in the bedroom together. They've looked at the guy's physique, acknowledged what they can do in the bedroom with each other, with his big arms and strong back and so on and so forth. Because this guy also owns his own successful business, is a millionaire, multi-millionaire if that, is relatively young, in his late 30s, keeps himself in good shape, has a wife and kids, so he's got social proof. He's as straight as can be on paper. and has a little bit of free time to pop in and say hello every once in a while to these ladies. Alongside that, the ladies get together, speak about him, so he's got, the triangulation and the marketability for word to get around for him to establish this reputation. Now, after hearing that, do you think it's purely down to his body? So don't be so short-sighted to just see things as a 1 or a 2-point thing. You have to look at the whole picture and assess and understand that, and then you can utilize and weaponize this information yourself and know how this all works together. Moving onwards, I'll try to keep. I'll try to be relatively vague with this information for my own reasons. But I got a friend. He attracts pretty good-looking women, in all honesty, in his own field. He is about mid-range successful artist. He's not a household name, but he is known. His dating life happens, but it doesn't exist for long. Because although you can be a character, you can be a name, you can have a status, you can go around, there only comes so long before these grown women acknowledge the fact that you're not making anything, you're not making money, and you're living at home. So where do we go from there? And you're not willing to leave because you're too busy with your hopes and dreams of your creative endeavors making you a somebody, which I guess is good, really. But there comes a sense of naivety with it. You have to be as realistic as can be and understand that when you're an adult man, until that takes off, if you're really investing your all into it, until that takes off, a woman past her teenage years is gonna want to find stability as opposed to, a creative, artsy fairy tale wonderland. Because as you get older as a man, at least in the realm of resources and provision and safety and security, your competition is crazy. Within the realm of health and intelligence and so forth, it's in your benefit to keep on learning, keep on looking after yourself, because you're going to excel beyond any man on planet Earth if you keep that up, and that's going to be really to your benefit. But within the realm of resource, you got all these people, these basic people, hey, they've stuck a job for 10 years straight. They could be in the supermarket stacking shelves. They've stuck a job for so long. They've saved up enough money to have their own car, maybe have a mortgage, and so on and so forth. And I know some people come from different backgrounds, but I'm talking about, the people I've come up with. They've spent enough time just sort of keeping their head down, just essentially being a part of the system, but it's worked out well for them because they've gotten to an age now where the women are more interested in settling down, and that settling down comes with comfort, and that person provides comfort. They don't need, to be great big superstars or owning their own businesses and successful in that field. It's not a thing. So this guy doesn't come with the grown man package, but he attracts via the status initially. He might get a little bit of punani in the process, but he's not taken serious as a long-term prospect. That's a little bit of food for thought. Pay attention to those around you. When it comes to those who you try to make excuses about, he's only getting women because he was on television. He's only getting women because he's tall. He's only getting women because, who his brother is, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Don't make an excuse as to why he is, because just as he has the reasons, He might have incredible reasons why he's also putting them off, but they still turn up to him. He still has luck. He still has success, right? I mean, be realistic and see things for... I mean, I don't think we can ever really see things as they are, because my reality is different to yours. But try to really observe and make sense of why and what and how. Okay? On that note, I'm signing out. Click like and subscribe. Peace.